You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A new sinkhole on Horton Street in Wilkes-Barre appeared Monday morning. Many families in the neighborhood were forced to evacuate. This is not the first sinkhole on Horton Street. Just a few weeks ago, another sinkhole had appeared due to a 135-year-old stormwater backup. The incident drew police and firefighters to the scene. A crew of contractors are currently working on the repairs. There is no word yet on when they will be finished. We have an update to yesterday's destructive flooding at Patterson Grove. The campground's Facebook page posted last night that no one should be on the grounds until further notice. They are currently working to get their water system up, and the road to the camp is severely damaged. Any new flooding could delay the cleanup. The Shikshinny camp is still hoping to have their 157th annual camp meeting starting this Sunday. Autopsies are now complete on the 4 men killed in a fiery crash in Hazel Township earlier this month, but officials say it could take up to 3 months to confirm their identities. According to Luzerne County Coroner Dion Fernandez, the victims were all from the Hazelton area and between the ages of 23 and 25. The families of these victims have all been notified. The crash happened around 3:30 a.m. on July 6 along Route 924. Investigators say the vehicle crossed into the opposite lane, slammed into several trees, and burst into flames. A 5th occupant, a 21-year-old man, managed to escape with help from a passerby. There is no word yet on his current condition. Vice President J.D. Vance is expected to visit our area tomorrow, with a stop planned at Don's Machine Shop on Ash Street in West Pittston. Doors open at 11 a.m., and the Vice President is set to speak at 1 p.m. The visit is part of a celebration surrounding the recent passage of what's being called the One Big Beautiful Bill. The bill narrowly passed the U.S. House last week by a 218 to 214 vote, with both Republican congressmen from Northeast Pennsylvania, Dan Muser and Rob Restinahan Jr., backing it. Democratic leaders, including Governor Josh Shapiro and DCCC Chair Suzanne Delbene, have criticized the bill, saying it cuts essential programs to fund tax breaks for the wealthy. Those interested in attending can register for tickets through the GOP's official events page at gop.com. Senator Dave McCormick hosted the inaugural Pennsylvania Energy and Innovation Summit today at the Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. President Donald J. Trump attended as well as members of his cabinet and others. A record-setting $90 billion in energy and innovation investments in Pennsylvania will open the door for tens of thousands of jobs. It makes the largest private investment in Commonwealth's history. McCormick hopes it will showcase Pennsylvania's position to lead the revolution of artificial intelligence and create opportunities across the state. Coming up on WYLN News, a local lake will be closed to visitors until next spring. Plus, your next election ballot may look a bit different from what you are used to. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health, investing in your well-being and building healthier communities because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
Hi, my name is Lassie. I'm 4 years old. Tomorrow's weather will be rainy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Starting next Monday, part of Nescopeck State Park will be closed for 3 to 6 months. Crews are draining the water from Lake Francis to complete repairs to an outlet pipe and the drawdown structure. While the lake is closed, park visitors will still be able to walk the trails around the lake when equipment is not moving. Officials expect the repairs to be done in time to stock the lake with trout next spring. If you want to find out when the trails are open, you can contact the park office at 272-808-6185. The Pennsylvania Department of State is introducing new provisional ballot envelopes. Secretary of Commonwealth Al Schmidt announced the new design on Monday. The new envelopes followed the successful redesign of the mail ballot envelopes and materials in 2023. This design features a layout that instructs voters which fields they must fill out, while also including highlighted parts that instruct where they should be signed. The reason for the redesign is to improve legibility and make the ballot envelopes more user-friendly. It will help prevent missing signatures in incomplete envelopes, which will decrease the number of rejected ballots. The department is offering grant money to help cover the cost of replacing their current provisional ballot envelopes to the counties that opt to use the new redesigned envelopes. If you went to the Hazleton post office to drop off a package yesterday, you may have been surprised to see the office closed. A sign on the North Wyoming Street office said, "Sorry, we had to close early," after 10:30 in the morning. A U.S. Postal Service spokesperson in Philadelphia says that the office closed due to staff shortages and it should only be a one-time occurrence. A discussion is set for the Luzerne County Council's Infrastructure Committee based on proposed resolutions on a plastics pyrolysis plant. The committee seeks to defy the plant, including a transmission line that was suggested to pass through Sugarloaf Valley. The plant's set location is 42 Tom Haken Road, Sugarloaf, PA. The first resolution would desire the PA Department of Environmental Protection and other obligated agencies to oppose authorizations for the plant. Being a plant that processes a vast amount of plastic, the proposed resolution states that the process of pyrolysis has capability to excrete toxic chemicals and pollutants which, if released into the environment, can negatively affect the overall health of the resources, including water, soil, and air quality. The second resolution on new transmission lines would desire PPL Electric Utilities and other agencies to seek different routes and solutions to help reduce impacts on various areas. Area residents have many concerns regarding the plan, likely having only negative influence on the various aspects of the land. The recent rainfall has not stopped crowds from enjoying the 99th Annual Pocono Mountain Carnival in Mountaintop. The event kicked off last night and goes until this Sunday, the 20th. They've extended their one-ticket ride promotion through Tuesday night due to Monday's bad weather. All money raised at the carnival supports the Pocono Mountain Volunteer Fire Company, which recently celebrated its 100-year anniversary. It is their largest fundraising event of the year. Doors open at 6 p.m. Tuesday, rain or shine. Coming up on Mountaintop's News Choice, it's Trooper Talk Tuesday and we're going over the do's and don'ts while driving through work zones. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Northumberland Part 2. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
On this week's show, Mary Haldeman's going to tell her story. A lot of painful arthritis, not better from other doctors, but gentle chiropractic care makes her feel much better. So tune in the show and hear Mary's story.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrowski, Troop N Public Information Officer. Today we're talking about work zone areas. Yes, everybody's favorite season, construction season. Listen, I know it takes you a little bit longer sometimes to get where you're going, but in order to maintain these roads, these workers have to be out there doing their job. So what do we have to do as a licensed driver in Pennsylvania? We have to allow them to do their job safely. So what does that mean? Number one, going the speed limit within that work zone. It's always posted prior to you entering that work zone. It lets you know whether it's active or it's inactive, and it tells you the speed. Please abide by that speed. It's set for a reason. There are people working on these roads. Sometimes they're close to the lane that's still open. We need to be able to slow down and make sure that they could safely do their job. Also, it is state law in Pennsylvania that you are required to turn your headlights on while entering an active construction zone. This is done for two reasons: to see and to be seen. Even if it's in the middle of the day, it allows construction workers to see you. This way, in case you're veering off the side of the road, they're able to still see you because your lights are on. And you better not be veering off the side of the road. You should have your eyes forward and on the road at all times. Keep in mind now, Pennsylvania is a hands-free state when it comes to cell phones and driving. As we know, thanks to Paul Miller's law, you are not allowed to hold your phone and use it while the motor vehicle is in operation, and that's stopped at stop signs and at red lights. So if you want to use it, please safely pull over, put the vehicle in park, and use your cell phone. We know every summer in Pennsylvania it's going to be construction season. That goes right into the fall up until winter. Let's make sure that we allow these workers to do their job so we can drive on these roads safely. If you have any question on today's segment, please feel free to reach out to me at PSP Hazleton. Otherwise, I'll catch you right here on Wyln on the next Trooper Talk Tuesday.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is Perfect Cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed. And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, my name is Lassie. I'm 4 years old. Tomorrow's weather will be rainy.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
There was a time, around the turn of the 1800s, that Northumberland was considered as the site of Pennsylvania's capital, as many believed its location at the Susquehanna's confluence would be allowed to be a boom site for commerce. Despite the hard lobbying of many local residents for this, however, it would be Harrisburg that would be named Pennsylvania's capital in October 1812. Northumberland would prosper nonetheless as the 19th century began. The beginning of the canal craze that swept America in the early part of the century would be a particular boon for Northumberland. The North Branch Canal, which would ultimately run all the way up the Susquehanna's North Branch to the New York border, and the West Branch Canal, which ran just west of Lock Haven, met in the community, allowing the goods flowed down both canals access to the wider world. The canals would stay in big business in Northumberland for decades to come. The mules that pulled the boats in the canals would need a place to cross the river and switch canals after completing a journey. For this reason, a covered bridge was built across the Susquehanna in 1824. At the time, it was the only bridge crossing the Susquehanna north of Harrisburg. During the Civil War, locals, unnerved by the Army of Northern Virginia's invasion of Pennsylvania in the summer of 1863, packed the bridge with oil-soaked hay and trained cannons on it, ready to blow it up if Confederate forces approached. With the Southern Army's defeat at Gettysburg, however, this fear did not come to pass. Fire, though, would prove the bridge's undoing on June 3, 1823. A young boy walking over the bridge from Shamokin Dam noticed it was burning and quickly alerted the toll booth keeper on the Northumberland side. The toll booth keeper in turn alerted all of Northumberland's fire companies, but when they got there, they found the blaze too far out of control to contain. In less than an hour, the bridge completely burned down. It would be replaced with the current modern bridge spanning the river on July 1, 1926. The era of the canals would be quickly succeeded by that of the railroads, which had the benefit of a year-round operating schedule. Northumberland would be the western terminus of a main line of the Delaware-Lackawanna and Western Railroad. The Pennsylvania Railroad also went through the community. The original station for the latter was built in 1860. It would burn down and be replaced by a new brick station in 1908. That building is still in use today as the Front Street Station Restaurant. The Pennsylvania Railroad would, on August 6, 1911, move its railroad shop south from Sunbury to Northumberland. The Northumberland Classification Yard would feature almost 70 miles of track and close to 700 acres, as well as an impressive roundhouse. By the 1950s, some 1,500 trading cars moved through the yards for instructions or reclassification. Steam power would be increasingly phased out for diesel power in American railroads, and the Pennsylvania Railroad would be no exception. The last steam train pulled through Northumberland in October 1957. About a dozen steam locomotives would remain in the roundhouse for about a decade afterwards for historic purposes. They would be donated to the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania in Strasburg, Lancaster County in 1968, where they remain today. The Northumberland Roundhouse was torn down in 1987. A unique structure would grace the Susquehanna River across from Northumberland for some time in the mid-19th century. Its architect was local eccentric John Mason, who was known to ice skate up the river to Williamsport in colder weather and carry an umbrella around on sunny days. Mason in 1839 would build atop Blue Hill, across from the community, a large observation tower tilted at a strong 22-degree angle. 2 stories tall, the tower was secured into the rocks by heavy iron rods. It remained standing after Mason's death in 1849, affording anyone who dared to climb up it a wide view of the Susquehanna and surrounding areas. The tower's end came on April 22, 1864, when a band of local railroad workers, as a prank, pulled out its moorings. The entire tower crashed down the mountainside, landing wrecked on a log raft floating downstream. Later in the century, another Northumberland resident would make a wider impact in the world of illumination. Daniel McFarland Moore had been born in town in 1869. An electrical engineer, he began working for the United Edison Manufacturing Company in 1890. While there, he began work on creating illumination from glow discharges, which is achieved by sending electrical charge between a low-density gas. "What's wrong with my light?" a disbelieving Thomas Edison would ask him, not wanting to see a challenge to the incandescent bulb he had perfected. "It's too small, too hot, and too red," Moore would respond, before leaving in 1894 to found the Moore Electric Company. By 1896, he perfected his Moore lamp, which sent the electrical discharge through either nitrogen or carbon dioxide that replaced oxygen in a glass tube. A hardware store in Newark, New Jersey would be the first to use a Moore lamp in 1904. It proved to be merely a modest success all in all. General Electric brought out Moore's company in 1912, with Moore taking a position in GE's research department. There he would develop the forerunner of today's neon lighting in the form of miniature neon lamps. For his efforts, he would be awarded the Franklin Institute's John Scott Medal. Daniel McFarland Moore would be murdered on the front lawn of his East Orange house in 1936 by an angry out-of-work inventor who had learned Moore had received a patent for an invention he himself had filed. Moore rests today in Montclair, New Jersey's Rosedale Cemetery.
Hi, my name is Laszlo. I'm 4 years old. Tomorrow's weather will be rainy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,